Hi, my name is Inga Kimberly Brown. um, the area certification that I'm seeking is a teacher certificate. And I'm reading the questions as I'm answering them. um, I do teach. I teach art at Philadelphia School District's public school called Edward Heston, and it's elementary school and middle school, so it's kindergarten through eighth. So I get all classes every day. I mean, all grades every day. Not all classes, every grade every day, pretty much. Um, how do I feel about differentiated instruction? Well, it you know I teach also. Excuse me. I also teach as an adjunct to adults. And I teach at Fleischer. I teach at the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts pre-college program, so I'm teaching to high school students. And then I teach. I'm sorry. I'm a part-time adjunct art appreciation teacher. I have 4 classes at the Cape Fear Community College, and there I teach asynchronistic. So it's sort of like this class where I'm not actually in real time engaging with the students, but I'm engaging all the same. So I'm happy to be here. So I'm a teacher to 2 institutions right now. The 2 institutions are Cape Fear Community College, and that will start back up in September, and I'll go back and teach at the elementary school also in September, unless another school comes along. Anyway, I do need my certification to continue with the Philadelphia School District, but I also believe it's good to have a certification to learn things that you don't know, or just to really put an accent on the things that you do. Um, for the differentiated instruction, I do have them in my visual arts class. I'm an art educator. Okay, what I do seems like it could apply to anybody because it's something you do with your hands. But if you have, you know, cognitive blockers that are not allowing you to use your hands or to follow instruction, and you may need an aid, a personal an aid, a one-on-one we call them, or a professional aid, um, then that may help. It may help in every area. So I have different IEPs at a glance for students that may have a hard time with attention span. They may have a one-on-one that may keep them out of fights, stop talking so much, sort of just keep focusing them back to the matter at hand. And believe it or not, without those professional aids, I don't think I would get that done with that, let's say, that example of an IEP for somebody that may have disabilities. For somebody that has physical disabilities, again, the professional aid is there to actually make the assignment that I'm giving people, okay, that I'm giving the general class. So they are benefiting, and it does work, and it works at record speed, sometimes faster than the others who are engaging and talking and fighting and rolling around, or what have you, in whatever grade that you teach. And this is where classroom management does come in handy. But classroom management is going to be challenged, and kids can run amok in every single grade. And even your good kids can follow your bad kids. I mean, you never know which day it's going to be. So the fact is that all levels of children and all modes of learning, no matter what kind of day it is, can learn what I'm teaching them. Whether it's, um, let's say, even anything. I may make a type of um, grid that you need to um, kind of, rub a pastel over a paper to get the impression. And I may make that grid out of like hot glue gun, and I give it to the kids. I'm like, take your pastel and rub it over this grid, like braille like type grid, and they get this impression. And then they watercolor it. Well, every student did that assignment, no matter whether they were in a wheelchair, no matter whether they were in a situation where they could not use their hand and, there was not the connection with the brain. Um, the only two I would have to say that I feel like did not make one, but still got a benefit of looking one at the whole class and just really being delighted the whole time were two brothers that were, um, I don't want to say they were quadriplegic. I need to see their IEPs, but um, they 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 had a disability of speech, had a disability of a lot of things, and they were in wheelchairs with tops on them like jerry chairs. But they interacted by interacting with the whole class, so that was really positive. So, and I would say I have like IEPs that involve students that have disabilities that are within the general classroom itself. And sometimes they're harder to get through because, you have to really request their one on ones to be present. They're not always automatically present, as with the other children that are coming from an isolated classroom and being included in my art class. So that's one class that they're always included in. And I think they're included in science class and technology classes. So they're included in quite a bit. But so I definitely think, yes, I do use currently differentiated instruction in my classroom. I feel positive about it. Um, and I teach fine arts. I mean, if I'm making a pop-up book and just the activity and process of the pop-up book, and then I have this smart screen in the classroom where I'm projecting what I'm doing on the bigger screen for the students to follow along or learn or experience. And anybody can look at an artist as they're creating, and when whatever's they're creating evolves. It's quite entertaining and quite interesting. It's like a science project. So yes, I feel like everybody benefits, and if you can do the project, you benefit in a different way because it's whatever learning mode and whatever level that you're at. And that's where I think that differentiated instruction becomes harmonious in the general classroom. It's a need be. You're almost doing harm if you don't include it, almost to say at this point, by seeing the outcome in children's expressions or students' expressions immediately. So that's what I think is great about it. So, my grade level is K through 8 right now. And of course, I don't have to include all of these things with my college classes, but actually, I do. And even in the college classes, yes, it's differentiated instruction to a degree. It's asynchronistic. They are allowed, I upload videos as well as lectures and videos, and I make my own videos, sort of docu lectures, and I also give written lectures, so they can upload that and download that. So I think that I supply my material for all multi-learners, because I'm such a visual learner. I'm a visual learner over an oral learner. I need to automatically draw it out, sketch it out, figure it out, and relate to whatever I'm hearing so I can understand it. Write it out, and it becomes visual again because I'm writing it. I'm using pen to paper or writing it to in the computer. So I'm a visual learner. So yeah, And what I like to learn out of this course is I like to get my credits so I can get my teacher certificate. But no, really, I think it's really important that I learn everything that it's going to take to be a better teacher. I mean, I kind of was thrown into the pot first year teaching last year. This will be my second year teaching. I feel like I got a little bit under my belt. I definitely have my lesson plans sort of already done. You know, I can play around with those and resubmit. You know, I'm learning, okay? And it was hard. It was not easy to just get thrown into a public school, a high needy school, you know, you know, um, that I'm still at probably next year. Mm. Anyway, okay, that's me, Inga Kimberly Brown here, another student in your class, and for my co-students, how you doing? Okay. All right, bye.